Draco Malfoy might not have been right often in Harry Potter, but one particular criticism of Hagrid was right on the money. Hogwarts' own resident gentle giant was a silly but endearing character who served as a steadfast friend to Harry, Ron, and Hermione each year they were at school. Of course this, combined with Hagrid's status as a half-giant, meant that Draco couldn't stand him and would often go out of his way to shoot unnecessary insults or get him in trouble. The Golden Trio and Harry Potter fans always took Hagrid's side, but it's hard to deny that Draco had a point in some ways. Rubeus Hagrid was expelled from Hogwarts in his third year when Tom Riddle framed him for opening the Chamber of Secrets. As a half-giant orphan, Hagrid had no options left in the wizarding world, so Dumbledore took the boy on as the Hogwarts gamekeeper. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry cleared Hagrid's name, and this allowed Dumbledore to officially hire him as the Care of Magical Creatures teacher. It was a proud moment for Harry and his friend, but Draco couldn't wrap his mind around the appointment. Draco Malfoy was right about Hagrid becoming a teacher in Harry Potter. Hagrid just wasn't qualified to be a Hogwarts teacher. When Draco saw that Hagrid had been made a teacher in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, he announced that the school was going to the dogs and that Dumbledore had lost his mind. This was, of course, harsh, and Draco likely would have said the same thing regardless of Hagrid's qualifications, because of his friendship with Harry. Still, it can't be denied that he has a point. Dumbledore hired a professor with absolutely no qualifications, and since Care of Magical Creatures is offered to third years and above, Hagrid hadn't even met the education level of most of his students. Hagrid's teaching storyline didn't make any sense, and put Hogwarts students in danger. Dumbledore could have come up with a much better solution. Hagrid and Harry Potter. It could be argued that Care of Magical Creatures class doesn't require much magic, so Hagrid didn't need a traditional magical education to teach it. Additionally, he had so much experience with magical animals of all sorts, so he was certainly knowledgeable about the subject. However, Hagrid demonstrated time and time again that, despite his practical aptitude, he did not possess the skills to actually teach. Even Harry, Ron, and Hermione hated taking Hagrid's class since he had essentially tossed out any curriculum and simply chose to teach about only the most horrible of creatures. While Hogwarts has always been weird and quirky, Dumbledore was far too clever not to recognize that Hagrid's teaching would be an absolute mess. Not only did the students miss out on a proper education, but their lives were placed in danger as well, even more than usual. It's not as if Hagrid shouldn't have been given a chance after his name was cleared. Rather, it would have been more fitting for the half-giant to be granted a new wand and an actual education. Draco still would have griped and groaned, but at least in this case, his complaint wouldn't have been valid. Harry Potter could have taken a more interesting approach to this subplot. Hagrid getting and wand to learn magic would have been way better. Hagrid in Harry Potter. Hagrid becoming a professor in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was heartwarming, but it was a bit of a surprise resolution to his Chamber of Secrets story. Many had expected a follow-up in which he got a wand back and began to actually learn how to do magic. This would have been an interesting and fun subplot, and seeing Hagrid get a brand new wand for the first time in 50 years would have been twice as heartwarming as seeing him become a Hogwarts teacher. He could have even taken classes through correspondence, like a quick spell course.